On the last video, I was referring to the spec sheet that is in your lab manual, and I could see it on my computer, but when I looked at the video, it didn't show up. So I just want to clarify what I was trying to explain there. So this is the spec sheet that's in your lab packet, lab book, and it's this for the 7-segment LED. Okay, so the first thing to note is that this shows the pin layout. So this shows pin number 1, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 are not shown here, but then 7 is at the bottom, and then directly across from 7 is 8, and then it starts working upward, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 14. So that's the way the pins are configured, and when it references a pin, you should be able to figure out which pin it is from the number given based on this little diagram. Okay, now up here, this is actually 4 different LEDs, but the one that you have, that you'll be using, is this one, so it's B. And so this says pin number 1, for example, is, they call it cathode A, but it's segment A. Pin number 2 is segment F. Then here is your common anode, and then there's no pin, no pin. Then this is the decimal point, which we're not using, and then E and F. So between this diagram here and this diagram here, you should be able to wire up the 7-segment LED properly. All right, now just one other thing I wanted to mention. And that is in this function for set segment. One of the things I did not mention in the first video was the meaning of this exclamation point. Now I have it as a comment here that the exclamation point is a logic conversion. And the reason why we need that is because the 7-segment LED itself is common anode. And common anode means that that single pin has to be connected to either an individual port or plus 5 volts. And this means that a 0 will actually turn on the segment, whereas a 1 will turn it off. So since I had in the original, if I can, right up here, I had 1s to turn the segment on and 0 to turn them off to make it easier to explain. In reality, that has to be reversed. And so therefore that exclamation point takes care of that. Now, if you had a common cathode 7-segment LED, then you would connect the common to the ground and you would not use that exclamation point. But we had a common anode, so that's the easiest way to do it.